The steamboat back in the 1800s, early 1900s, it was a way to the outside world for all the little communities up and down the river. The steamboat brought goods in, hauled goods out, brought people in and out, and it was just a real godsend to the communities. They loved to come down and see that big white boat after it blew its whistle for the landing. And the Delta Queen keeps the old steamboat tradition alive.
Well, the Delta Queen was built to run between Sacramento and San Francisco on the Sacramento River. And it did that from 1926 until the end of World War II. During World War II, the Delta King and Delta Queen were taken over by the United States Navy, and they were called a yard ferry boat. They carried thousands and thousands of soldiers, Marines, and sailors to places where they were needed.
After the war was over, the Delta Queen and the Delta King were put up for sale as government surplus. My dad put a bid on the first one, the Delta King, didn't win, and he got the Delta Queen. Then he had to figure out a way to get it to this part of the world, and it ended up being towed down through the Panama Canal and up to New Orleans, and then it came up from New Orleans under its own power.
The Green family bought the boat and packed it up, sort of like crated it up, and towed it around to the Mississippi River. And she started a long career there, overnight passenger service for Green Line steamers. She's been through a few different owners now, but she's been doing the same thing for all these many years.
Racing started at the beginning, and steamboat racing continues today. When I went to the Belle of Louisville in 1963, we got the boat to run, but that's about all you could say for it. And our second trip, the very second trip, was a race against the Delta Queen as a publicity stunt for both boats. And of course we lost. Everything was wrong. We were barely able to get the boat to run at all. The next year we'd made a whole lot of repairs, and we won the second year.
It became a wonderful tradition over the years. It just, it caught on. I don't know what the score is, who's won more races, but it's happened every year since 1963. And it's a fantastic supplement to the Derby week and to the whole Derby event.
It's great that the Derby Festival Committee is honoring the Delta Queen and the Howard Steamboat Museum. At this time, this Howard Steamboat Museum is starting a capital campaign to get some funds for some much needed repair, and the Delta Queen is fighting for her life.
I would actually like to see the Delta Queen go on for another 80 years, or more if possible. There's no reason she shouldn't. If you can build a boat in the first place, certainly you can keep it running.
There is no question, but the Delta Queen is unique in all the world. It's a wonderful opportunity for people at this time in life, in the 21st century, to experience what was going on virtually in the 19th century. It really is something completely unique.